Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was just laying in bed at 2 in the morning, staring off into the ceiling, thinking about something that happened earlier that day, something that nobody else cared about. But my mind just wouldn't stop replaying it over and over again. Have you ever felt this way? Your heart's racing, your chest is feeling tight, and it feels like your brain is running a marathon that you never even signed up for. Overthinking feels like drowning, but in your own thoughts. If that's you, I want you to know this. You're not broken, you're not weak, you're only human like everybody else. That's why today, I'm going to share 5 ways to stop overthinking. Not from a textbook, but from real moments. Things that help me take my life back. I remember one night, I finally said my thoughts out loud. Not to someone else, just to myself. Like, I literally whispered to myself, I'm imagining the worst case scenario again. And in that moment, something shifted. When you say that thought out loud, it loses its power. It stops being this monster in the dark, and it becomes something you can look at. It's almost like turning a shadow into an object. So try it. Next time your mind spirals, just say the thought, like name it. You'll feel a little space open up between you and the fear. And that space is everything. The second way to stop overthinking is a technique I called fact or fear. This second technique came from one of the lowest points of my life. I just kept thinking, what if I fail? Like, what if I'm not good enough? What if everything falls apart? Then somebody asked me a question that hit me like a truck. Is this a fact or is this a fear? And I couldn't even answer it because none of it was based on reality. It was just my mind trying to protect me by imagining danger everywhere. When you ask yourself this question, you shine light on the truth. Most of the pain you feel doesn't come from your life. It just comes from the thoughts about your life. So ask yourself, is it a fact or is it a fear? This will bring you back to center. Then the third way is the 60-second rule. This is the rule that broke my paralysis. Overthinking freezes you. You end up stuck between choices, terrified about making the wrong move. I used to sit on my decisions for days, but one day I told myself in 60 seconds, I'm deciding. I just set a timer and my heart was pounding. But when the 60 seconds ran out, I chose. And you know what? The world didn't end. In fact, things moved forward. You see, the 60-second rule teaches you this. You don't need certainty. You just need a little courage. And courage happens in small moments. And then way 4 is try to use an advice that you would give to your best friend. This trick I use works almost every time. So imagine your best friend is going through exactly what you're overthinking about. They come to you feeling scared, confused, overwhelmed. What would you tell them? You would probably be really kind, be really wise, and you would be clear. But why don't we talk to ourselves that way? Because when we're in our own head, that fear just clouds everything. When you step outside your mind, even just for a moment, the answer becomes obvious. So treat yourself with that same compassion you give others. It's not selfish, it's just healing. And the last step is called the next 10%. This is the step that saved my life. There was a point where I felt completely overwhelmed with life. Too many problems, too many unknowns, too much pressure. Then someone told me, Raheem, you don't need to know the whole plan. Just do the next 10%. And that sentence changed everything. Just focus on the next call, the next message, the next task. When you zoom in instead of out, the world becomes less terrifying. Overthinking is trying to solve your entire life at once. But peace comes from doing the next small thing. Just the next 10%. Nothing more, nothing less. So remember, overthinking doesn't mean you're broken. It's just your mind working overtime to protect you. But sometimes protection feels like prison. These 5 tools help me climb out of that dark place. And they can help you too. If this spoke to you, don't keep it inside. You're welcome to talk about it in the comments section because I'm here to help. And if you love this video, comment part 2. And I'll make a video with tools that go even deeper. And if you need to hear this today, you're way stronger than you think. And you're gonna be just fine. Trust me.